how Steve Burns escaped Nickelodeon, they lied to you. I'm gonna be honest, like before we even get into
Bro,
this, I won't that much of a Blues Clues nigga. I was a Blues Clues, like I watched it,
yo,
but I wasn't really a Blues Clues type of
bro, I was deep in, bro. I had this shit on the DVD, bro.
nah. See, I feel like most niggas watch Blues Clues turned out to be like some type of weird, lame bum. Feel me?
Uh, you trying to say something?
Nah, not about you, just about the majority of niggas watch Blues
Oh,
Clues.
okay. Got
Yeah,
you.
feel it. Let's get into it
On
though.
April 29th, 2002, Season 4, Episode 24.
Bro, I remember this episode, bro. This was a sad episode.
That's when the nigga left.
Yes. And then they bought this square ass right here.
And it
Of
flopped
Blues
off.
Clues, Steve Burns announced to the world that he was leaving for college and would be replaced by his brother Joe. But that was a lie. The truth is, Steve Burns never wanted to be on children's television in the first place, and he was finally able to escape. But because of this lie,
Yeah, now that I'm really looking at it, this nigga didn't look like healthy. Like he didn't look, nigga
This
looked a little funny.
he was coked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Any nigga that's doing a show like Blues Clues at your big age, you have to be drugged out, bro. Like
This nigga just didn't look like he didn't look safe.
that nigga was
Hell
fighting
me.
demons.
some disturbing rumors
fighting
were brought
Krampus,
to
bro.
light. The most believed rumor was that Steve had died in a fatal car crash. A more
What?
ridiculous rumor was that he was murdered by the Blues Clues producers, or died in an unsuccessful
What?
attempt to fight the
For
Taliban.
real.
However, the most believable theory was that Steve was depressed
He
and
got low
rebelled
like
against
that?
the kid show to start a rock band, and that theory wasn't entirely false. While the public saw a seemingly cheerful demeanor on screen, Steve struggled with his depreciating mental health off screen. I didn't know it yet, but I was the happiest depressed person in North America. I was struggling with severe clinical depression the whole time I was on that show.
Oh, yeah, I seen
Steve's
some of
job
them
was to be
nigga eyes.
happy, uplifting, full of joy and wonder all the time. He had to pretend to be interested and amazed at the smallest things, like discovering Blue's paw print that was directly in front of him. He spent 10 hours per day filming in an empty blue room so that he could
Yo, that nigga was in that mode.
This nigga sat in a empty blue room pretending to talk to a
Bro,
dog.
mind you,
bro.
it's no
You
other
have to be-
actors. That nigga is in that
you
bit. Yo, you
have-
have to be coked out.
You gotta be drugged out your mind to do that, bro. You
Bro.
gotta be, bro. There's no way around it, bro. Come on, bro.
10
They was
hours a
putting
day.
something into that nigga arm and making him do this shit.
Yo, bro. Hell nah.
could be
Or the bag
superimposed
might
on
have
the
been a country,
digitally
nigga. I'd talk
animated
to a
world
black
of
wall
Blue
bag,
and
man.
Friends.
Bro, you just anything for the bag, huh?
That's how you gotta get it in life. I'm trying to go Hellcat Michael Mary's, but like, come on, bro. End of the year.
At the time, technology wasn't as advanced as today, meaning Steve had nothing visual or tangible to work with. Steve said his experience was awful and compared it to acting at the bottom of a swimming pool. Pools are filled with water, so stay hydrated. As if his experience wouldn't be any more taxing on his mental health, the insane things posted
taking
about
this
him
weed.
online made things even worse. Take this game on Newgrounds, for example, where your objective was to destroy Blue and then
Here we go.
assassinate Steve. You eliminate
Hmm?
then go into the house where Steve is
Wait, I didn't hear about this game when this dropped. What the
Bro, Then they wonder why niggas be crashing out, bro. Like
wait.
when people be saying like, "Oh, video games is the reason why people did this," they're not talking about GTA and Call of Duty, bro. They talk about games
Right.
like that, bro.
Bro,
When you killing a dog and like, come on, bro, what's wrong with?
how
It
did
be
get
something
this
wrong with
game?
made things even worse. Take this game on Newgrounds, for example, where your objective was to destroy Blue and then assassinate
The leg humping dog. Steve the what is that in denial? Yeah.
Steve.
probably
You
hard
eliminate
F.
the dog, then go into the house where Steve is
Hard
flipping him
F.
off. So you shoot him until his head pops off and then
Yo,
the
it's
house
so
burns
crazy.
down. He also had to read creepy fan
Yo, this
fiction,
is
like this
dark.
one that romanticizes the idea of Blue assaulting Steve with a deadly weapon. For some reason, people love the idea of stripping the innocence away from a children's TV show and trying to
They be
create
the
a
niggas that
disturbing
grow up
narrative
like they
around
do the
it.
most
To this
heinous
day,
crimes
TikTokers
ever, bro.
express theories that Steve is a drug addict living in a crack house and that his hallucinations cause him to talk to inanimate objects, which come to life.
That's
People
not a
also
bad
believe
theory.
that the
That's
children's
not a bad, like,
voices we
conspiracy
occasionally
theory.
hear are
Yeah.
actually Steve's neglected children, helplessly watching him feed into his addiction. Or the reason
Be
Steve
too
is
deep in.
excited whenever he gets
Yeah, just start reaching. Like I be
Like,
with him and
what-
then just start reaching.
Yo, it's just like, yo, I have the best inch, and then it just take a crazy mile.
Yup. Pause.
Like,
What
bro,
the
they'll take a what happened,
I have the best what?
bro? Come on, like, all right, come on, bro.
mail is because it
Pause,
either
bro.
includes the welfare check he plans to spend on more drugs or contains the drugs themselves. Most of the time, rumors like this are easily dismissed, but for some reason, millions of people all around the world genuinely believed them. It's likely that even you have some random conspiracy theory about Steve embedded into your brain. However, most people just thought he died, an easy one to disprove, but it still worried him. I'm starting to think that maybe there's something people know that I don't know. In November 1999, the New York Times published
they had this panicking.
Yo, they had that movie paranoid.
Bro, I'm starting to think they know something I don't.
Man, they had
an article detailing Steve Burns' time working on Blue's Clues and described the show's impact on children. Most notably, the article addressed the unsettling rumors surrounding Mr. Burns' well-being. The rumors were so prominent that the talk show host Rosie O'Donnell invited Steve to appear on her show. I died a whole lot of different ways, Steve recalled. Rosie's kid is a big fan, so I just went on and said, "Hi, I'm alive. Bye." It was pretty easy to prove I wasn't dead. These rumors were so powerful that Steve felt the need to address Rosie O'Donnell's child with "I'm alive" because he knew children around the world were genuinely concerned about him. Because you have to keep in mind that Blue's Clues was the highest rated premiere of—
Okay, hold on. What kid is thinking this died?
Yeah, like what? Like how do a kid even get that idea? Even like before TikTok. Like now it's not that crazy because TikTok is this, and kids spend 12 hours a day on TikTok. But like, how does a kid in the year 1999 say that their favorite cartoon character is dead? Like, where does that come from?
If
like,
a kid came up to me saying, "Is such and such dead?" Yo, no, like, come on, bro. That don't even sound right.
Bro.
It became crucial to the network's growth. It was a pioneer in interactive TV. The original Blue's Clues engaged its preschool age audience by breaking the fourth wall and speaking directly into the camera. Millions of kids around the world felt a deep and personal connection to Steve, which made these rumors more potent. It also made his exit from the show more detrimental. Mr. Burns was 22 when the show premiered, and as he approached his 30s, it was time to move on.
Reveals the bald truth about his departure. I knew I wasn't going to be doing children's television all my life, mostly because I refused to lose my hair.
Say you swear to God it's him.
Yo, what Nick be doing to these niggas? Y'all just saw Gibby. What do Nickelodeon be doing to these? Nah. Yo, don't take that Nickelodeon money, y'all. It's not worth it.
Look at the arch, bro. Look at the arch in his hair.
Ain't no amount of money worth being bald, bro.
Oh, so that's where you draw the line, huh?
What you mean?
Being bald?
Bro, ain't no amount of money worth being bald for.
So if a nigga gave you an M, but you gotta stay bald for the rest of your life, you taking it?
Nigga, I asked him, is there anything else I could do for you?
Yo, I swear to God.
Steve knew that his baldness would ruin his boyish look and appeal.
All right,
the network
10 bands.
10 bands for what?
For your hair cut off for the rest of your life.
Oh, no. Bro, I can't be a bald, bro.
Oh, okay. But you just said for an M, you would do it.
Bro,
yo, you would look so funny bald, son. Oh my God.
Network insisted that he wear a wig, but he refused. Combine this with his depreciating mental health, it was finally time to exit. He told the viewers goodbye in his final send-off, alongside his new replacement Joe, and children around the world thought he was just going to go to college, and he would
Yo, this Joe was so lame. Joe, you're so lame.
I don't remember this.
They were mistaken. Steve not off to college. He was about to embark.
Say you swear to God this him.
Why didn't you get the Yo, what's up with like?
Oh nah.
Tell me, bro.
Yo, Nick.
That Nickelodeon be ruining lives.
Bro,
like Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon be ruining these actors' lives, y'all. Like,
damn, bro.
Crazy,
it's crazy, bro.
His journey of being the lead singer of a psychedelic
like 40,
rock band. Steve was interested.
Bro, did you hear that? What he's a part of?
Yeah, rock band.
A psychedelic rock band.
In music way before Blue's Clues. Steve Burns attended Boyertown Area Senior High School in Berks County, Pennsylvania, graduating in 1992. He played in bands called Sudden Impact, 9 Pound Truck, and the Ivies. He continued playing music on the side while pursuing an acting scholarship at DeSales University in the Lehigh Valley. Shortly after being discovered by an agent, Steve dropped out of school and moved to New York City to become a professional actor. In '95, Steve arrived at Nickelodeon under the impression he was auditioning for a voiceover role for a game show, but then later found out it was for a kid show. Steve was a grungy 90s skate rock kid with long hair and earrings, not the ideal fit for the job. Tracy Page Johnson, executive producer and co-creator of Blue's Clues, says that he didn't want to be a children's host. Of the 100 people we auditioned, he was by far the realest. He loved kids, but he didn't want to make a career out of it. Steve didn't want to be on children's television. He wanted to make music, and after he stepped away from the show, he could finally make his dreams a reality.
I think they say he'd audition for something else. Yo, yeah, he was coke. 1999. This is coke, bro. Like, come on. This is coke.
Yeah, bro. Like, come on, bro. He was drugged out of his cranium,
you see
bro.
his eye right here? Yeah, I know all about that right there, bro.
Steve walked into a party in New York where he heard the Flaming Lips 1999 album, The Soft Bulletin, for the first time, considered by many to be the Flaming Lips' masterpiece. This moment changed Burns' life and reignited a passion for music he thought Blue's Clues had burned away. From there, he acquired Pro Tools and started writing songs.
Yo, I really used to be into Pro Tools though. Like,
yo, that was on FS Studio going cool.
If I didn't become like, you know, a streamer / YouTuber / you know, I would have really been a rapper, like a real rapper.
Yo, thank God you became a streamer / YouTuber / you know, because Jesus Christ, you did the whole world a favor, man. You already got the word Lonely and Netspin, bro. We don't need MP3 in the studio. Jesus, man.
Yo, you dead ass?
Dead as it could get.
Wow.
Been doing nothing but talking to objects made of felt for 6 years. There was this weird creative constipation going on. Steve wrote roughly 35 songs in one sitting, but selected 12 to feature on his debut album, Songs for Dust Mites. Now it was time to get in the studio to record, so he contacted his favorite producer, Dave Fridman, who had worked with the Flaming Lips in the past. Interestingly enough, Fridman had just held a Blue's Clues themed birthday party for his children, so he was eager to see what creative potential Steve had. Steve sent Dave some demos, assuming he'd think they sucked, but he got the opposite reaction. Dave liked it, and he asked if Steven Drozd, the drummer of the Flaming Lips, could come and work on some music with them. In a dream world even Blue's Clues couldn't have imagined, the Flaming Lips wanted to work with Steve. The bassist, Michael Ivins, later joined the team as well, helping engineer several sessions. The lead vocalist, Wayne Coyne, actually approached Steve with the offer to star in a movie he was directing called Christmas on Mars. He was hesitant at first, but ultimately accepted the role. Because of Steve's ridiculous story of leaving a kids show and starting a band, there was a flurry of interest from various record labels. He ultimately signed with Pius Records in late 2002 when a label executive sat him down and said, "This makes sense. I don't know why, but there's a thread of logic between Blue's Clues, the Flaming Lips, and your record."
Why do you feel like children like shows is like the key to a music career? Like, what started that? Where did that stem from?
Facts. That's dead facts.
How does music and children's TV stem together, bro? And I feel like a lot of these like Nickelodeon and Disney kids only accepted the role for the show to push like a music career. And I really don't understand the logic between the two. Like, how does that even work out?
They have no correlation, but I feel like, bro, I don't know. I feel like it would just be easier to just take the music route by itself.
Yeah, it literally has no core. Is it to like build like a fan base in a sense? Like people become attached to you, so that way they support your music.
Like back in the day,
Disney signing these like to like deals. Now that I think about it, like did they have like the craziest 360?
No way,
bro. Disney was probably signing these for the acting role and the music, bro. They was probably running it up off these. Bro.
Yo, bro. No so you think they got Ariana Grande, bro? You think Nickelodeon was like, all right, boom, we got you this acting role?
Bro, they not gonna push the music career for no reason, bro. They getting something out of it, bro. They probably like owned all the rights like early on in her career, like
I mean, she was online showing her feet, so like that was, you know.
Yeah, she
was under something.
Bro, it probably really get crazy, bro. Like it probably actually get crazy.
He was right. Something about the perfectly innocent image of a children's show, combined with the amount of insane rumors surrounding Steve, leading to being a frontman of a psychedelic rock band, was a crazy storyline. Burns professionally entered the world of rock music following the release of his indie rock album Songs for Dust Mites in August of 2003. Although the 12-track album did not garner much commercial success, it received praise from critics, as Pitchfork gave the project a 7.8 out of 10, and complimented Burns' lyrical insight and gift for writing and arranging endlessly listenable pop songs. You can actually hear one of the songs from the album, Mighty Little Man, as the opening theme for the CBS series Young Sheldon. Despite releasing music and starring in a horror comedy film called Netherbeast, there has to be a way I can hook up a heart monitor to my computer just to let people know I'm alive. To this day, Steve's Instagram handle is Steve Burns Alive, with a bio that reads, "I've seen the meme." Unfortunately for Steve, he didn't exactly become the rock star he dreamed of being. Most of his buzz from his first project was earned due to the juxtaposition of his Blues Clues career. After that, he started another band, Steve Burns and the Struggle, alongside the Flaming Lips Stephen Drozd and A Million Billion frontman Ryan Smith. The collective released an album, Deep Sea Recovery Efforts, in 2009, but it failed to do anything substantial. For many years, Steve disappeared from the spotlight. Slowly but surely, rumors of his death, addiction, and God knows what else made their way back onto the internet. But in 2017, Steve got a call that he never thought he would get. Nickelodeon gave the original creators of Blues Clues permission to develop a reboot of the series after multiple failed attempts. Nickelodeon posted a video announcing that they were looking for a new host of the show. Steve helped the creators during the casting process, and after 1,000 auditions, they eventually selected Josh De La Cruz, who was an understudy in Disney's Aladdin on Broadway for 5 years. De La Cruz would play Steve and Joe's cousin, Josh. Steve was initially reluctant to continue.
So they just got this whole family on the show. They had Joe, now they got Josh.
So
his associate.
This is his cousin.
Yo, the nigga Asian.
Okay, that's not even the point. It just some old detective now. Like Nickelodeon just fell off. I feel so bad for the next generation of Nickelodeon.
It was a good generous
show, but was persuaded by its fans on social media to write, direct, and appear on the show. The reboot, Blues Clues and You, has been a huge success following its premiere, producing 4 seasons before being renewed for a 5th early last year. Keep in mind, most people had no idea this even happened. Unless you have kids or very young siblings, you probably never knew that Steve returned to the show.
Whoa, but that is in 3D now? Hold on.
You look like.
Yo.
In 2021, Nick Jr.'s Twitter account posted a video for the 25th anniversary of Blues Clues featuring Steve, and we all thought he had returned from the dead.
Hi. You got a second? Okay. You remember how when we were younger we used to run around and hang out with Blue and find clues and talk to Mr. Salt and freak out about the mail and do all the fun stuff. And then one day I was like, oh, hey, guess what? Big news. I'm leaving. This is my brother Joe. He's your new best friend. And then I got on a bus and I left. And we didn't see each other for like a really long time. Can we just talk about that? Great. Because I realized that was kind of abrupt.
Steve went on to explain what happened to his character.
By the time this came back with the story, most of the niggas watching the show had their own kids by that time.
They're in college now, bro. Like,
yo, they're really in college, boy. Like, this is how dads be when their kids make the NFL or the NBA. Or something. They try to just spawn back into their life. Like,
talking about,
hey, you remember that
can
time
we talk
like
about
I left
this?
and I never came back? Yo, that was kind of like, can we talk
this?
about? No, like, what are you talking about?
Can we talk about this?
Yo, it's like,
going to college, because having a really unsuccessful rock band was not the narrative Nickelodeon wanted to continue. But his ability to speak through the camera and develop a one-on-one connection with the viewer resonated deeply with Blues Clues fans. It's like we were all 5 years old again. The post was retweeted 700,000 times and liked by 1.9 million people. I think the overwhelming engagement is a huge testament to how powerful these rumors were over the years. Literally millions of people around the world thought he was a criminal, a drug addict, or dead. It's almost as if people wanted to believe them, because the rumors were debunked numerous times over the years. So for him to return from the shadows after 2 decades was shocking for so many people. This return finally put the rumors to rest. Steve Burns is not a child predator. He is not a drug addict. He is not a criminal, and most certainly not dead. Although he didn't want to be in kids' TV originally, he doesn't regret it at all. I hope I'll be remembered for that show for the rest of my life. That will always be a part of my identity, and I'm totally cool with that. Today, Burns travels to colleges around the country to speak to students about mental health because those rumors destroyed his, and now he's using that to help you improve yours.